idea of dramaturgical analysis, the investigation of social interaction in terms of theatrical performance. When interacting with others, people assume roles and give a performance to an audience. This presentation of the self is designed to create an impression in the minds of others and includes both verbal and nonverbal elements of communication.
We tend, each of us, to carry around in our mind certain very important emotional scenes that we are seeking an opportunity to relive. And if those scenes have been traumatic or if we've never really resolved them, we tend to impose them and to recruit people into playing the roles, the people we want to replay this scene with, without their knowing participation. We're then responding to the present really in terms of past scenes, rather than in terms of what's actually happening now.
As the leading edge of global society moved into the information age in the last half of the 20th century, sociology saw a proliferation of new models, attempting to explain rapidly evolving and increasingly complex social behavior. Known as the midwife of modern sociology, Talcott Parsons was a meta-theorist who worked toward developing a single composite theory of society by synthesizing attributes of social action, culture, personality, and behavior. In his book, The Structure of Social Action, Parsons extended the work of Durkheim, Pareto, and Weber to conclude that human action is intentional, voluntary, symbolic, and operating within a holistic system of ever-changing, interdependent elements, driven towards equilibrium. Peter Berger sees social order as a product of human activity, distinct in the animal kingdom, and not a result of the laws of nature, as outlined in his book, The Social Construction of Reality. More recently, Berger advances a phenomenological explanation of modernity, positing 5 dilemmas individuals must face in modern times: abstraction, futurity, individuation, liberation and choice, and secularization. Englishman Anthony Giddens' theory of structuration asserts that social life is more organized than random individual acts, but less structured than societal norms, values, and beliefs would impose. Giddens sees the interface between the microcosmic self and macrocosmic society as the galvanizing edge of social change, where traditions, institutions, moral codes, and established ways of doing things are either ignored, replaced, or reproduced in novel ways.
Change is so evident. I'm teaching a course, Social Change, right now, and I'm using 911 as the theme throughout the class, but we're not looking specifically at that incident of the bombing of the Twin Towers, but the factors that led to that and what is happening 4 years later. And we know that our world is so different by that act on that day. If you travel at all, you know the world is different. And how some of our civil liberties have been denied because of what happened then. So we're looking at 911 as a thread through the whole discussion of social change, how change occurs, the duration of change, what is the impact of change, what is the cost of change.
There gets less and less that sociologists, quote unquote, have in common, and more that highly specialized subgroups have in common with each other. We used to say that specialization involves knowing more and more about less and less until you know everything about nothing. And when that begins to become evident, then the pendulum will swing back the other way, I take it.